Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Take Two Radio. We are pleased to bring you interviews with people in the entertainment and music industry, discussions and recaps of the 4 remaining daytime soaps. That's The Bold and the Beautiful, The Young and the Restless, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives, as well as various other shows. For upcoming and previous shows, check take2radio.com. That's with the number 2. And you can find us on Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and other streaming apps. Follow us on social media at Take Two Radio, and thanks for listening.
Hey everybody, this is David, Take Two Radio from Soaps and Review. I'm subbing for Pam, who is under the weather right now, but she may try and break free and call in later, hopefully. My prayers. We are missing our Anthony, who is probably behind on his soap operas right now because he's been so very busy, and we miss him. And we're missing Carolyn, who is, I'm hoping, in traffic, and I'm hoping she joins us later. But you never know. But the 3 of us are here. I have Candice and Will joining me. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
The 3 of us are probably going to have to get it started. But the top news is probably, shall we start off with Beyond Salem, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Because I am so thrilled with this. I mean, I had tears, and it brought me back. So, the one part, what was the one part that surprised you the most?
I mean, to be honest, John Black dancing.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know Drake Holgerson had moves. I didn't know Drake Holgerson had moves like that. I literally had said that I was going to, and for those who heard me on social media, I did do the dance. I'm going to put it on TikTok. So I actually studied that whole dance. I learned the choreography for it, so I will be doing it. I gotta make sure that I do it right.
And they put in pride into that, which I liked. And I want to give a shout out to Candice's friend because I haven't gotten to know him yet. Let's have a hand for Tony Moore.
Yay!
Yay!
That's like my former Forever and a Day brother. That was my former brother on Forever and a Day. And, of course, you guys know him. He's always been talking about dates of our lives. So I was really happy. God, that was a secret I kept good.
You knew all this time?
I may have known something.
You're very good at
I'm right there keeping
from others.
secrets.
Yes, you are. I'd imagine. I was so thrilled for him. I know how much he loves Days and his show, and how much he gives to that in Atlanta. I know he does it. He has something in Atlanta going on with the Days staff.
He has a lot that he works with. He does work with the actors and and whatnot. And again, if anybody has been following Tony since it's been a hot minute, he's always said he wanted to be on Days of Our Lives, and he wanted to play a certain character and everything. So when the opportunity presented itself, you know, he got to work with two amazing people. So I'm so proud of him.
I am thrilled for him. And here I thought he was Paul's boyfriend.
That's
what I thought.
I thought that too, because when I heard, I was like, wait, is he going to play? Is he going to finally play? But I'm glad that they addressed that guy that was with Paul and that Paul is single, because I've been pimping somebody for Paul since the promo. So I feel really good about myself right now. So.
Is it who? Did you get your wish?
Oh, yeah. I got my wish. It's funny. Yeah, with Andrew. I think, for me, I'm one of those, I'm like a detective. So when I saw the promo, I kind of put two and two together with some, like it was like a puzzle, but I still was waiting to see how it was going to all play out on Beyond Salem, because you never know. And so I was like, oh, okay. I mean, they still threw some twists and turns, and that was another favorite thing about this, is that they threw in a lot to mess with my brain. Like, I was like, wait, what? Like,
they did a lot.
Yeah.
I know. What about you, Will? What did you like about it? What was the biggest surprise for you?
I enjoyed the Pride storyline with Paul and Andrew as well. And I love the mystery and everything. It's great seeing Bo and Hope together. But I also was surprised with Stefano's other daughter, Megan. That was fun.
Yeah, I remember her way back. She's the same actress. I remember watching back then. And she didn't go by Miranda then.
I think she did. Oh, she didn't?
I thought it was Cheryl Ann. Unless I'm thinking of somebody else in particular. I thought it was Cheryl Ann.
I also enjoyed the little mini triangle we got with Tripp and Joey and
Wendy.
Wendy. Yeah, that was fun. I could see it being explored in the future.
Oh yeah, me too. Wendy is one of those characters that easily can transfer over to the mothership to regular days.
Okay, why don't we go into one of my favorites? I just fell in love with Loretta Devine. I thought she was excellent. I don't think I have to agree with Ron. I don't think you could have come up with anyone better than her in this role.
Oh, I always enjoy her. She's she's very talented and a beautiful actress. I adore her.
Mhm. Her and Peter Ruckle have really good chemistry, comedic chemistry, which I actually enjoy.
They do.
So, yeah.
I think, if I'm correct, she's also on P-Valley.
Yeah.
She plays Uncle Clifford's grandmother, I think.
Yeah. And she's from Grey's?
Yeah, she was on Grey's.
Okay. I'm not familiar with Grey's too much. I don't get a chance to watch too much television.
Yeah.
So, what else surprised you? What about Harris? What did you think of Steve?
You know what? I'm gonna be real with a lot of people, because this is the thing. I know a lot of General Hospital viewers tuned in to see how Steve Burton was going to do. Oh, we got some feedback.
Right.
How Steve was going to do on Beyond Salem. And the same way that I thought about Steve Burton on Young and the Restless when he came over as Dylan, it's the same way I thought about Beyond Salem. I find it funny that he played a military guy again, and that they was trying to you know what? I'm gonna say it. There was a lot of shade and a lot of humor in Beyond Salem. On, what was it? Wednesday's episode. How y'all going to have that man dressed like Jason Morgan? Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. I was like, really? Leather jacket, black shirt, black pants? Really? Are we doing this? Like, okay. Like, you couldn't get a red shirt or anything? I thought he did pretty good. I really, enjoyed his performance. Him and Kristen Alfonso has chemistry, which is not easy. But it actually made me feel for Harrison, especially towards the end, because I was like, oh, damn, man. I feel bad for him, because especially if it's what he thinks it is, that's making him act like that. Yeah. I'm like, I feel bad, because he even put two and two together with that. I was like, yeah, like, it could be something wrong with you, dude. Like, so I thought he did a really good job.
I liked it. He did a great job. I could see him being a good addition if they were to bring him into Dave.
Now, here's the thing. I'm going to have to disagree with you, Will, and I'm going to tell you why. To me, I think this type of character, Harrison, only works for a limited series run. Because I feel as though, like, even though he was on Days of Our Lives for only 3 months and whatnot, before he, came over to General Hospital full time, I just want bits and pieces of this character. I feel as though right now with Days, and when we talk about Days, I'll explain this. I feel as though it's weird. I always said this. I know Ron and writes for Days of Our Lives, but when it comes down to Beyond Salem, it's a whole different level. It's I'm engaged with the storyline, even though it's like one major story. Like it's one major storyline, but it's different parts of the storyline. Like it's like umbrella effect. And I feel as though there's some characters that I really am interested in just for only a small bit to, like a chunk, a chunk of a sandwich or something. And on Days, if I see them, I'm going to kind of lose interest in it. It's weird. It's a weird factor. So for me, like, I want to see what happens with Harrison in Chapter 2, Part 2. Ron Peacock for Beyond Salem, Chapter 2, Part 2. Sorry.
That would be nice to see.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Steve Burton fans would like to see him again.
Yeah.
Internet. But let me see. So, probably the biggest surprise, because we talked about this a lot on our previous show.
Eileen Davidson. Eileen Davidson was a big surprise.
Yeah, Eileen Davidson. Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay. So this is, okay. I feel like I was the cheerleader for Beyond Salem too this whole time. But
I think so.
Eileen Davidson is the GOAT. Is one of the GOATs of daytime because of this kind of stuff. Here is what I love. See, this is what I was talking about, the brain thing. In the promo, we saw Eileen Davidson. And before anybody gets upset, again, this is not a disrespect to Stacey Hadid, because they already said that. Ron did an interview, and he said that. But the thing is that in the promo, I'm seeing Eileen Davidson as Kristen DeMira. But on Thursday of the following week, when Lonnie was getting ready to go to jail and all that stuff, we saw Stacey's Kristen DeMira turning herself in. So I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Something ain't right. I was like, is this Susan pretending to be Kristen for like an exchange or something? Like there's an exchange. Or is the woman in red either Susan or Sister Mary? I had that going on. Let me tell y'all something.
Wow.
I'm going to be honest. There was only one day I got up late. For the rest of the time, I got up at 6 o'clock so I can see Beyond Salem drop on Peacock. So I saw, Kristen DeMira. The first thing I noticed when I saw it was her body language. Because I was like, wait a minute. Kristen doesn't act that, like, she doesn't sit that way. She doesn't, like, it was just something about that. But then when she was reading about herself, I was like, why do I think this is Susan? Or is this Kristen? Like, my brain was still going like a mile a minute. So then when she was talking to the guy and everything, it was the way she smiled. And I was like, oh, my gosh, this is Sister Mary. I said, what did Sister Mary do? Like, why is she acting like Kristen? I literally was going with that. And so when they went back up to his room and everything, and then, you know, she took off the wig, and she took off the dress, and then she took off the hair, and then she took off the nose. I was like, what the? And when it peered up and I saw it was Thomas Banks, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I said, I'm gone. I said, I'm done. I was like, Thomas Banks. I was like, wait. I was like, let me sit down and just calm myself down. I'm like, this is Thomas freaking Banks. Have not seen this man in like a couple of years. I was like, holy crap. I was like, a ball game. I said, this is how you trick fans. Because, again, how are you going to have two Kristen Damaris, right? Okay. I love the fact that they had made Thomas an integral part of Beyond Salem and whatnot. I just enjoyed that shock factor. It was like, wait, what? Yeah. Like, oh, that and Josh Taylor.
Yes.
What?
OG days.
See, now some people probably did see it first because I saw like when Paul and Andrew was, you know, looking for John and, you know, all that. And they go to the body connection and I'm like, no. And then I see Josh Taylor and I'm like, I was about to say something and then I looked at the name tag and I was like, you know what, I'm done. I was like, no, they did not just bring Chris back. I'm like, well, it's nice to know that him and Savannah are together. I was like, I feel like that was a good update. A good update, you know, with the characters from some couple of years, like almost, 30 years ago and stuff. I was like, okay.
Yep, the Michael Easton years. Yeah,
I'm like, it's nice to know that they're doing well. And, you know, I was like, and I made a comment, and it was not a dig. It was just a comment. I was like, they wrote more for Josh Taylor for now than they have in a while. So, you know, it was nothing. It wasn't a dig. It was just, you know, being honest.
It was. It was a nice surprise to the pack.
I was like, Chris.
Dave Hammond.
I was like, yeah, Chris.
And I like that. I like how Ron gave credit to Jamie for it because
and Ryan, I think Ryan Kwan too.
And Ryan Kwan because they had more of the history on that character than he did.
Mhm. Jamie and Ryan, they you know, 80s, 90s. So you know, they definitely know about that.
It was just and what really was a love letter to the fans.
Oh yeah.
And how they did the Earth feed. I like that live Earth feed that they were watching
live streaming.
Yeah.
Really, Bo? Really, y'all got live streaming Earth service? Okay.
Also,
I was like, what do y'all got?
Touching. It was touching seeing Bo and Hope reunited with Zach for a little bit.
Yes. And if I'm not mistaken, Candice, if you can correct me, was it the same actor who played grown-up Zach the last time?
Yep, and he also played another character too. Wyatt? He was like a drug dealer, like 2 years prior.
Yeah.
So, see, Dave's fans, you have the same actor playing 2 to 3 characters. It's just, there's always a pause in between. See, look at that. Yes, I'm being shady when I
look
said
at that. It was just, it was something.
Mm-hmm.
And they bought the music.
It was wonderful. It hit all the beats. Yeah.
I gotta say this. Before that, though, they had Larry Welsh on there. Let me tell y'all something. Okay, here's the thing. Days didn't spoil this. Like, again, there was some casting news that nobody knew about, which was fine. That's how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to know everything about everybody coming to town. But I had saw something on Facebook from the actor saying, and I was like, okay. Because I kept saying, something's going to happen to Hope. I kept saying I said, something's not sitting right. I said, how is Bo and Hope going to meet? If they're going to meet, Bo's dead, Hope's alive. Like, what the heck? And so when they said Larry Welsh, and it was the OG actor, I was like, oh, my gosh, he's going to be the one that decides Bo's fate. I was like, ooh. I was like, yeah, okay. I was like, okay.
Yeah. And Larry was the DA at the time, I think, when they were first getting together.
Yep.
And he was living with, no, he wasn't the one living with Megan, was he?
No, he was with Hope. That's the one.
He was
that's
with
the
Hope.
one that Hope. Yeah, that was the one that Hope was supposed to marry. I believe. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And Megan was in there.
Megan was there for only a year. She had allegedly put Bo's child up for an adoption.
But did it surprise you at the end that it wasn't really Stefano that she wanted to bring back, that it was Bo?
It was Bo.
He had in the cryogenics.
I mean, once they said, see, this is why I say sometimes people have to pay attention to the clues, because they kept saying the prisms would, cure brain tumors. And the thing is that, okay, again, Bo, Hope, Megan, like, it just started to put two and two together. And then again, when they explain how Megan returned back from the dead, because, see, I'm going to be honest. Sorry, Chad. Sorry, EJ. Sorry to the other Demure kids. But Megan is Stefano's favorite. I don't know how else to tell you guys, because
she was.
First and foremost, Megan died at 84. And all this time she's been in the freezer, and she's been hooked up and all this stuff. She was like, and then they, defrost her like a turkey, and she came back. So I didn't think she was going after her father, because no, I was like, it's got to be Bo, and I was like, now how is this going to work? And this is when I started wondering. I said, okay, what if something happens to Harrison, right? And Bo's spirit his soul goes into Harrison, making him like have another life, and stuff like that, but, via Harrison. But then I said, that's kind of stupid, because I took that back. And then I was like, well, if they bring, I said, he probably won't know who he is, because he's going to be programmed. And I was like, oh, my gosh, like, I don't know how this is going to work, because so real quick, so Hope was working against Harrison, even though she pretended to be in love with him, or allegedly pretended to be in love with him. I think there's some feelings there. That's just me. And then she got shot, and she went to heaven. just as Bo got his second chance to come to Earth to warn her about Harrison. So,
right.
When everything was all said and done, and Megan revealed, she's been waiting 40 years for the true love, I was like, it's Bo. And then when we saw him and he opened his eyes, because that's when Angela said, oh, by the way, because of everything you did for Hope and them, you're actually going to go back to Earth. But Bo was like, what does that mean? And then that's when we saw him in a chronological state, and he opened his eyes like he was the Terminator. So I'm going to still say that he's not going to be all there. I was like,
I don't think so either.
Yeah. So I was I wasn't surprised, but I'm curious as how this is going to work, because again, when Harrison said maybe Megan, because Megan had the power to control John and Steve, because John was in Pride and Steve went to see his children, all three of them, in Seattle. And then Megan, because sadly, folks, patches John's brains because, of all the retcon reprogramming of their brains. They're kind of mushy. So it's easy for them to get brainwashed. And so Megan brainwashed them into the Men in Black, and they were going to take out people. Yeah. And that's when Hope, and Harrison was talking, and Harrison, because he was going to jail, and Harrison said, well, do you think that what if something happened to me? Do you think that I could be capable of doing all those things if I was such a good person? And that made Hope question it. And does that mean if he was programmed, does that mean that she still has feelings? Because he clearly has feelings for her. He does. But Sierra doesn't like him.
No, she doesn't.
Nope.
You can tell.
Yeah. I mean, she finally told her mother. Well, here's my thing. Because we had some good things. In Sierra's eyes, first and foremost, she feels betrayed because her mom was, here's the thing. A lot of the fans have said, where's Hope at? Because if you're going to miss certain events of your child's life, like knowing Hope is Hope. Like, she would not miss. Look, Willy could be celebrating a birthday, and Hope would come over from Hong Kong and see him, like, real quick. Like, hey, here I am. All right, got to go. Bye. Here I am. Bye. So for Hope to be missing the child's birth and renew vows and all that stuff, and Sierra was like, where you been at? Like, is there something going on? Tell me. Like, let me in. Let me know. So when Hope told her, Sierra still kind of being the hothead that her father is, kind of was like going after Harrison, like, my mom told me everything, and da-da-da, which led to Sierra being shot too. So, both Hope and Sierra both were dead for a minute. Yep. Yeah.
What do you think, Will?
But then Angela,
Yeah, there was a lot going on in that whole chain of events. That happened pretty quickly. There was so much to absorb. But I'm glad we got some. I'm glad we got some answers and some. How do you say it? Like, they tied up loose ends in certain kind of aspects. So that was good for the fans.
Yep, that was good. Any other aspects you want to cover?
That they got the original song.
Yep. They didn't care how much it cost.
Well, the thing is that, okay, so on Wednesday, because I did a Twitter space, and I joked and said that if they do not have the original song, they probably will have something like because original songs nowadays cost a lot of money, and sadly, we have to be real about this. Is daytime isn't making as much money as it used to be back in the 80s and early 90s. So they reached out to Kelly Clarkson. And people are probably saying, why Kelly Clarkson? Well, Kelly Clarkson is a fan, and also she works for NBC Universal. So Kelly Clarkson didn't return any phone calls. So according to Ron Carlivati, he went to Ken Corday and said, Ken Corday, show me the money. No, Ron didn't say that. I said it, but, I can imagine Ron saying it, but I don't. Sorry, Ron, if you're listening, I just said you did, but I don't know if you really would say that or not. I don't think you would. But anyway, so Ken Corday was like, okay, since this is a love letter to the Bo and Hope fans of, the OG, nothing against Robert Kelly, by the way, we can do this, and also for the Days fans. So they actually had Roberta Flack, and this is not a joke for what I'm about to say. And people Bryson, this is not a joke for what I'm about to say. The song after Thursday's episode on iTunes went and debuted back at number, 45. I kid you not. That was number 45? 5. Yeah, it re-entered at number 45.
Oh, wow.
After Thursday's episode of Beyond Salem. They have not been on the list in a minute. It's been a while.
Oh, geez. Since that song came out back then.
Yeah, the last time, I got to look it back up, but on iTunes, it has, I don't even think it's been on iTunes in a hot minute. But it re-entered at number 45, so.
I don't think it's been on iTunes either, because when it first came out, I didn't think there was ever on iTunes.
Oh yeah,
we weren't on.
They have songs, right? The songs will always be played. I know that at number 57, and this is not a joke either. Hold On to Love came out from Roberta Flack. So apparently, Roberta Flack fans, thank you. Daytime fans, we did it. 2 songs on iTunes. Yay! Okay.
2.
Sorry.
Oh,
I
wow.
had to do that. Shout out to Guiding Light.
Shout out to Guiding Light. So are we ready for part 2? And when do you think a good time to have it is?
In 6 months.
We go back 6 months?
6 months. 6 months to, actually, you know what? I'm going to say a year. Because here's the thing. It is not, okay. Even Ron said this, that, Peacock went right to them a week after season 1 premiered. So,
rest
assured, there's going to be another one, folks. But the thing is that they have to make sure that it flows with the regular Days of Our Lives. So you guys know Days of Our Lives takes 5,000 years in advance, a.k.a. it's already probably in February right now that they're taping.
Right.
So they have to get the storylines on Days to kind of match what's going to happen in Beyond Salem. Because the last time, you had John going to visit Paul while Sammy and Lucas was going to get married. And the ongoing joke is, John Black has been there, done that so many times that he can miss a wedding. Mm-hmm. Okay? I'm just saying. Steve and Kayla decided, since John is out of town, Steve and Kayla decided to go and see the children because, Tripp decided to move to Seattle to hang out with his sisters and brothers while he's recuperating. Then you had, Ben and Sierra, leaving Salem, and they were going to go ahead and live in sin, travel the world like Belle and Sean did, like Bo and Hope originated. So, they was leaving. What else was happening? Mm-hmm. Again, Kristen DeMera was in jail, but, that didn't follow through, but, whatever. And then you had Gabby and Shin, and they were getting ready to do stuff. So you literally, with this go around, you literally had a continuation of what kind of was the parallel of what was going on Days versus season 1, which it was kind of like yin-yang a little bit. So it has to be something that kind of starts in Salem. And I already have an idea in the storyline crafted for the next chapter. And Ron, Jamie, Ryan, if you want to reach out, I'm available. I have all the characters. So, thank you. Just saying. It would be epic.
Thanks for listening to you.
It involves Sean, because I know a lot of people are saying about Sean, so it does involve Sean. So, there you go.
It does.
Me and my friend Daphne, we came up with it. So,
keeping it interesting.
Oh,
yeah.
I like how they teased a little bit of Stephanie teasing that she might do a return to Salem. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
She looks like a nice replacement. I remember Shelley was more of a brunette, wasn't she?
Mhm.
And she's just a little lighter.
Yeah, I liked her. I liked her on Beyond Salem. I think she'll be a perfect fit for Stephanie coming on to Dave if they decide to do that.
Mhm.
So, what do you think? You think we covered it all?
Mhm.
I think so.
Okay.
I think you covered it all. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we head to Genoa City and see what's going on over there? Candice, I don't like this Adam trying to sacrifice his relationship with Sally so he could get her to keep her job. I don't like it that, well, I understand that he probably wanted to make it look good. So if you catch her off guard, then maybe they won't look at him. But I feel bad for her that she has to go through that.
Yeah. Yeah. It was heartbreaking.
I'm supposed to feel something? Oh, so sorry. Yeah. Let me see if I can feel some kind of ounce of sympathy. Hold on. Let me try to find it. Nope, I don't feel it. I got a black card, I guess. Huh? Wait, hold on. Dear heart, start feeling something for this. I don't feel nothing. I don't. And let me just address this. It's not that I don't like Sally and Adam.
Right.
What qualifications does Sally have to run this place?
She probably doesn't. She has very little.
She does not have anything. And if anybody needs any referrals, let's call her Bold and Beautiful. Like I said, like to me, and see, okay, I feel as though Sally, and I think me and my friend said it, Sally needs to talk to somebody who understands Adam, because I feel as though Sally is going to go off the deep end. Like, okay, because, right before Adam went to Victoria and everything, you had Adam and Sally making sweet, sweet love to each other. And then Adam left her, And it's like, okay, so I understand you're trying to be, like you're trying to sacrifice the relationship. But Sally isn't going to probably see it like that. She's probably going to just think, okay, because she made a statement a couple of weeks ago when she asked Adam not to go into the dark side and just kind of tell her what to go, what's going on. My problem is that, Sally, you need to talk to Chelsea, because in this situation, you can't. Sally, the one thing that I always, like I'm talking like it's a real person here. Sally, the thing that I like about Sally Spector is she can think for herself. She can do as she pleases, stuff like that. My thing is that Young and Restless, you have to understand this real quickly and clearly. Sally is not Chelsea. Sally is not Sharon. Sally is, let her be her own person, let her be mad and stuff like that. Stop having them hold on to every little word that Adam says. I mean, I get it. Sally is is happy, stuff like that. But don't make her try to be like, well, I'm Adam's ride or die. Like, I know him better than anybody else. No, you don't. Adam doesn't even know his own self. So
no, he doesn't.
I just need, that's why I said I can't feel anything because I've seen this before. Yeah, okay, Adam, round of applause. You're making a sacrifice. For the family that outed you again. Like, seriously. Like, Adam, come on now. Like, I'm sorry. See, I would have, man. Okay, no, Sally, you prove everybody wrong. Because that's the only reason you have that job. It's because of Adam.
Because of Adam.
So now that Adam is not there, you're going to have to, you're going to have to defend yourself, girl.
Sally Spectra to be feisty like she was on The Bold and the Beautiful. She was, she people used to love and hate Sally on Bold and Beautiful. We can see that happen again over Young and the Restless. They just need to spice her up more and let her be her feisty self. Like you just said, Candice, don't make her into a Sharon. Don't make her to a Chelsea or none of that. Let her be her own character.
Yeah.
Let her be appreciated for who she is.
I think that's the problem. Is and I see it not just Young and the Restless, but on other shows too. They're kind of mimicking characters off of the other character in their town, and they're not letting their characters be themselves. It's kind of getting confusing and a little outdated as well.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And what
because by the time they add newbies, we're like, oh, great, now they're going to turn that newbie into, like, Liz, or they're going to turn her into, like, another character, and here we go again. It's like, what happened to the original part of casting the character, letting them be their own character, and not have them mimic another character that's already in town? I mean, it's not that hard. Even Candice could say this as a writer. It's not that hard. Let's stick to the formula that works.
It's not that hard into the sense that, see, and this is my problem, is that do not make Sally lose her identity just because she was with Adam Newman.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
That's why I said, have her talk to Chelsea and say, like, I want a random scene where Chelsea sees Sally out at Crimson Lights drinking some coffee, and Chelsea says, so I heard that Adam dumped you. Isn't that funny? And Sally's like, well, he, still, he loves me and I still have the job and stuff. And I can see, like, I just, for me, would love to see, like, Chelsea kind of offer her 2 cents and also have Sharon, come out, and Chelsea and Sharon gives each other a side eye, like, like, okay, you talking about Adam, and Sally is like, was Chelsea always like this? Was she always like a bitch? And then Sharon is like, well, that's because she actually knows what you're probably going through, and I do too when it comes to Adam. I just, and this whole plan, Adam, this is going to backfire in your face bigger than you thought.
There is one little tease I can give you because you're warm on that front. Sally will get some advice from someone that is unexpected. Question is, will she take that advice? So we'll have to wait and see. But that goes back to what Candice
If it's Victor, I'm going to laugh.
It's not Victor. It's somebody else. This is going to be fun. It will be someone unexpected, and they will offer some advice her way. Will she take it? That's the question. But I'm enjoying the way it's going this way, that it's going to be someone unexpected. So that will be a little interesting right there. But I'll agree with Candice on this, that, even though she was with Adam, that doesn't mean that should dictate everything around Adam. She's their own character. Let her stay that way.
Yeah. That's a good point. So what else? What else we got going on in Genoa City? We got
Victoria.
Oh, you got the women of Genoa City.
Go ahead.
You've got, what is it? It's Nikki, Ashley, and Phyllis teaming up to get rid of Diane. Candice, what do you feel about that? Kind of like a to me, it feels like another
JT.
Go ahead, Candice. Yeah.
It's another JT thing.
Thank you. That's what I was picking up on. I felt it's like a deja vu.
Here's the thing: is that first of all, Ashley Abbott is the voice of reason. I'm sorry, she is my goat to go to when I need somebody to talk to, because she made a point about Phyllis and Diane. You're coming and listening to one side and everything. Phyllis has her moments. We know that. But Diane is acting too freaking nice. Like, come on now, you should feel a certain type of way about Diane as well. Like, it's not just Phyllis. Phyllis is not however, they all know Diane is up to something. And Phyllis feels as though, one, he's not going to listen to her because he's done. And like she said, I am done, being belittled by you, Jack Abbott. And I was like, you go, girl. But at the same time, Phyllis, you kind of made it look bad for yourself. Just saying.
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah. It's a double sword for me on that.
It's a double sword. Nikki Newman. Girl.
You're alive.
I get it.
Over it.
Exactly. It's like I get it. You are like, look, Diane put your life through a living hell because Diane was dead, and all that jazz.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Diane being back is like causing, like, they all know that something's about to happen, but it's like Nikki is like, I'm not on my watch. I'm okay with them teaming up, but I just want them to see. This is the thing. I understand why, but I'm like, ooh, this is gonna backfire too. Maybe.
Yep. And it's funny. It's funny you think about it. It's because they're working together, yes, but at the same time, it's kind of funny because these women, all three, hate each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And this is going to make fun. How can you work together while you hate each other?
Part.
This is going to be. I think this will make a fun dynamic storyline. Even though we know in some aspects they're not going to really succeed, I'm here for the ride. Because this is going to be because you also got to say there is a comment. It's another comment thread between them, and it's the kids. Ashley is Kyle's aunt. Nikki is Summer's grandmother, and Phyllis, is Summer's mom. So even though they're using some of that as an excuse and whatnot, it's bigger because they see Diane is like playing this game. She's playing this game of being DD to Harrison. She's playing this role like, okay, she wants to get to know Kyle. Okay, you feel bad. Okay, what else is in it for you? Like, that's the thing, is that what else does Diane have in store for trying to get under Kyle's, under his nose and get close to Jack and allowing Phyllis to fall flat on her face. It's just, it's good drama, but I'm just like, okay, don't take it too far now. Like, yeah, I get you. Yeah. Otherwise, it's like Halloween all over again.
Well, it's not even that. Yeah. It's just, to me, I'm just like, okay, I don't want a murder to happen.
I don't. No.
I just want to see good writing.
Well, remember, there is a little tease. Michael is doing that investigation for Nikki about Diane Jenkins' past in Los Angeles or something. What was it?
Right, and I could do my own investigation because here's my thing. Where's all that money at, Diane? Where is your money at? Because you sure enough had money to get ready to buy Chemo's house. So where's all that money at? Who was your beneficiary? What's going on here? I feel as though there is something. I do need for that to be like a shocker. I don't want this to be built up and being let down. Because I was like, wait a minute, why is Cal paying for her to stay at the athletic club? One. By the way, thanks, Young and Russell, for bringing some sets back. I appreciate that. Thanks, Young and Russell, for bringing some sets back. I appreciate it. Thank you. Y'all must got some money now. But the thing is that why is Cal paying for Diane's stay? 2, why does Diane need a job? I thought she had a job when she was in Los Angeles. 3, who is she? Yeah. Who is her insider? Like, I need some answers.
I feel there's a benefactor that nobody knows about. I think that's what's going to tie into the story. I think there's a mystery benefactor in this.
I'm going to tell you something right now. See, if I was writing Young and the Russells, if I was writing that show, I would make it chemo.
Yeah, I agree with that because I know, yes, I've seen before. Don't forget about Allie. I'm enjoying Allie and
I'm loving
Noah
Allie.
together.
I love the young. I
love
like
them
too.
But let's not forget that Allie does hide a secret. So remember that because that's going to play.
Here's my problem.
Later on, that's going to come out.
But see, I'm going to tell you something. See, General Hospital and Young and Russell kind of have the same thing happening right now. Is okay. You have these characters come on, and to me, you should be dropping some hints of Allie, of how she really is. Because, I mean, she's a very nice young lady. Okay? I like her and Noah. Finally, y'all got something for Noah to do. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
But I'm like, I need for either Allie to be a little rough, like a little sneaky, because this good girl act, I've seen it before. Oh, who did I see this with? Oh, Moses and Faith.
Yeah.
So to me,
I
right, like I get it. It's in the Young and the Rustlers, book. We got a Newman and we got an Abbott. Oh, that is just going to be the new couple here. But then y'all forget about Moses and Faith because that was a good parent. So yeah, I'm for Noah and Faith.
Yeah, the writing could be better. I agree. The writing could be better. I can't tell you tomorrow's episode for Young the Rest is for Allie and Noah fans. You're gonna enjoy the cute little moments that's coming up between them. You'll love it.
They're budding. They're budding a little bit, but I see your point, Candice. You want to see a little color in Allie.
Yeah.
Rather than, right?
It's just to me like, okay, this like it's Noah Newman. Like, come on now, like give me something. Be mad at Jack a little bit. Like, how could you do this to my father? Give me some angst. Give me something.
Give her some depth. Give her some depth.
Some depth. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what other is going on that David's talking about. I know one thing that a lot of fans are kind of getting tired of, and that's Lily pushing this agenda of getting another hotel made.
Okay. So let me just preference this right now. Days of Our Lives is the soap that is about mixing supernatural with soap reality. Okay? Working with you on this.
Right.
General Hospital is the people in Port Charles that's living around the hospital. Bold and the Beautiful is the messy soap drama that's surrounding the fashion industry / media industry / that's all I got, of Los Angeles. Young and the Rustlers is about family businesses, okay? Now, with that being said, with Lily, the only problem that I'm having with Lily, and this is coming from a person who actually wanted them to showcase their pairing, is being Billy's like pillow. Like Lily is not Billy's mama and everything else like that. Now with Lily, she's got bitten by the business bug, okay? And I'm fine with that. I'm fine that she's trying to start buying businesses or making deals and wheeling and dealing and stuff, as long as they do it right. I feel as though she's going to be the opposite of Neil, which I'm fine with too, but I can see her just kind of like, okay, if I have this under my belt, in case this tanks, I have something else that can go against somebody else. I'm fine with that. But they have to make it logically make sense. Just like this Billy podcast thing. Okay.
Right.
Not saying anything bad about podcasts. Cheese. Make sure you check out our previous episodes on Block Time.
Right.
Thanks. But the problem is that it's not being okay, you're going to ask Chelsea to maybe partner up with you. Oh, Lord, okay, I see where this could head to. But also look at it as, like, you have Billy freaking Abbott. Now, I get it. Because here's the thing. Him and Jabot, it works, but it doesn't work. Him, like Lily, like who else? Nick and Noah, they all want to try to do something. And you know what? They all want to follow Abby's lead. That's who I wanted to say. Abby is a Abbott and a Newman, but she's not at Newman Enterprises, and she's not at Jabot. This girl got her own company right now. She is a mogul, I guess, all right? So
yeah, you got to give her credit. You got to give her credit.
Yeah, you got to give her some credit. Because she doesn't, hey, she's a chancellor. She don't care about y'all. With Billy, I mean, this is the person who had Restless Styles, which they should have brought back. To be honest, y'all could have brought that back. I would have been for it.
Yes, exactly.
See, that's where Billy could have worked back at. Could have got Billy, Chelsea. Who else needs a job? Some other people.
Chloe?
Well, no, Chloe can stay where she's at. No, Chloe's. See, Chloe's smart, because when Chloe and Chelsea had that falling out, see, here's what people forget. Chelsea burned bridges. Chloe didn't burn all her bridges. She still got some insiders. Like, she got some peeps. But sometimes you don't work with your friends. Like, sometimes working with your friends causes you more headache than anything.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, with this podcast thing, okay, Chelsea's done with designing. Okay, look, we all come at a crossroad in our lives where we don't know what we want to do. So when Billy presented the opportunity, I'm like, okay, Young and Restless, I see what you're doing, and I'll raise you 20 if you do it right. Because if we're going to do this Billy, Chelsea, Lily thing, I need for a truth to come out. Who is the biological mother of Johnny? That it ain't Victoria.
You know who it is.
It's Chelsea.
It's Chelsea. But not everybody knows that, right? Not everybody.
Right. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
because
it's like
Candice pretty soon about that.
It better, because to me it could have happened. It could have happened a couple of times, but to me, this could have been a story where you have. See, now, I will tell you this. If I was Adam, see, this is going to sound crazy. I'm going to need somebody to get another podcast and go after Billy and air all of his little dirty secrets out, including the secret that everybody, including the secret that everybody really does need to know, that he messed with Summer.
Does Adam know that about Billy, or does he not?
Nope.
Lily does.
Okay.
Lily does, which I'm still mad at how they even did that. Because I'm like, okay, Lily, go after him.
They just skipped it over. They just skipped it over.
Yeah, he was like, okay, everything is fine, everything is great. The only people that doesn't know is Nick. Yeah, Nick doesn't know, but if you think, if Nick finds out, he's going to go to Phyllis. But if Phyllis says, well, I already knew. See, But I don't know if they will ever go to that storyline again, but they should. So we got the podcast thing, because Lily was so upset with Billy for airing out Ashland's dirty deeds about his cancer.
Well, the reason I was bringing this up was because the fans already made it clear, like, they didn't like it the first time when Abby was trying to do the hotel because they're already getting tired of the Grand Phoenix situation. So with Abby wanting a hotel, that was starting some craziness. And then with Lily wanting another hotel, they're like, they didn't want this to be a repeat of Abby's storyline. That's what the concern of most fans that I've talked to. That's what their concern was. They just didn't want it to be a repeated, recycled storyline all over again.
I can see that, but, you know, that's the soap opera. They recycle storylines all the time. I just can't get out of this one because if it's like what you're saying, they are business dealers, and at some point it would kind of make sense if Lily's going to talk about branding into another hotel because we're talking about business for their company. So it's all crazy. I'm trying to think of some other storylines, but I think Ashland.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ashland. And Ashland.
Is he gonna? He's gonna erupt.
I've got
Let me tell you something. Okay. Yeah.
What do you think would be the ultimate way for Ashland to get back at Victoria without kidnapping her? What else could you possibly do to her that you think could really destroy her? Because
reveal
remember,
that
Ashland's supposed to be Loch Ness monster. He's supposed to be evil. What evil thing do you think
revealed that
do?
the money revealed the money that she took from his bank account was traced to somebody else and technically it was counterfeited.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That's one.
She has counterfeit money and everything. That there's a trace that somebody is going to follow back to her bank account and everything and going to confront her. And that he probably has some signed documents of a takeover.
Oh, yeah. That's
or else she goes to jail.
Like
I like that.
Do we want her to fall?
I do.
Okay. So for everybody who's ever heard me on any platform that I've been on, I kept saying I want Victoria in the fact of getting back at Ashland, okay, this go around, right? And I said that it also has to get Adam to wake up and smell the coffee that, yo, you're not a true Newman. Sorry, you're not. But with this, if we're going to see what Ashland is really capable of, Victoria has to have a panic where it's like, okay, she did everything she was supposed to do, but did not count on how he was going to react. Because she really thought that everything was, secured. I can see where she does fall, but this is the thing. I don't need nobody to save her in the situation. You can have support from Victor. You can. But Victor cannot be the hero in this. Victoria has to. She put herself into this. She's going to have to get herself out. And that's actually what I've been wanting. I am not saying that I'm sick and tired of Victor Newman. I'm not. But to me, Victor Newman is not always going to be there to save you. So you, Victoria, is going to have to do this yourself. Like, Nick can do it. Nick has done it by himself before. Adam has done it. Yeah, everybody has gone to Victor. But you cannot. Like, you can go to him, but don't rely on him to help you, like, to save you.
Yeah.
Because Ashland's probably got something on Victor, too.
Oh, no doubt. He's got some. It wouldn't be. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say I felt bad for Ashland when everybody was attacking him when he was wanting to see Harrison at the park. That was like that part I do feel bad for him because Harrison has at some point has always seen Ashland as his father, and to the point that he found out that Kyle was his dad. So in some way, I'm sure he's got to be a little confusing for Harrison in some kind of aspect.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
So that part, yeah, I just feel a little bit bad for Ashlyn when everybody attacked him at the one on the other at the park. But it's like, I like how the fans rallied together and they're like, oh, look at all these hypocrites going against Ashlyn. I'm like, okay, this is getting good. The fans are finally rallying together against adversary in Genoa City. That's an outsider. So this is getting good. This is getting good. I hope we got some ratings on that episode because that was a big episode right there. Everybody was at the park going at it.
I mean, my whole thing is, my whole thing is that he does love Harrison. That is the one thing. That's his Achilles heel. It's Harrison.
Yep.
Yeah.
However, like somebody said, I think it was Sharon or somebody like a couple of months ago. If you love Harrison, why did you make him think you were going to die?
Yeah.
When he had that cancer, when he was faking his cancer.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So to me, I'm like, okay, Diane is trying to get some brownie points because when she texted Michael and said, oh, by the way, Ashlyn is here. I'm like, really, Diane? Like, okay, I get what you're doing, but you're shady. You're shady as I don't know what.
We know Diane's going to get her sooner or later, so what they call it, karma? Karma comes back to bite you.
Yeah, I mean, she's just like, right now, she's like, I give it to her. She is doing what she is doing actually the right thing. She's letting everybody show their true colors first before that way, when she really, show her real reasons for stuff, everybody going to be like, oh, okay, Diane, we understand because you died and you had a second, you had this awakening and stuff like that, and Phyllis is just being a hypocrite and Nikki's being a hypocrite. No, no, I'm seeing you, Diane. I see you.
Yep.
I'm like, nope.
Yep.
I'm like, this is like.
Mm-hmm. So it must be something big that Diane's holding.
It better be. That's all I got to say about that. And let me just say this real quick.
I hope they don't just like build it up to where it's like cheesy, where it becomes too cheesy an explanation, because they've done that before, BYNR. I'm hoping that it is a good storyline that, like fans would say, let's make it make sense. I hope that it is going to make sense and not just a cheesy story that just is just there to explain her backstory.
Mhm. And I just want to say, Robert Newman. Robert Newman. That's all I have to say. Robert Newman. That's all I have to say. Robert Newman.
He's killing it.
He wanted me to tell y'all.
I enjoy that. He's good. Yeah.
Y'all know I watch Down Light, the soap opera. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. But he was on the show for a duration of like 20, 26, 27 years, on and off. And, he played this character named Joshua, because that's how we were told to say his name, Joshua Lewis. And the thing is that Ashlyn and Josh are obviously two different characters. And it takes a good actor to convince us of that they can play two different characters. And I'm enjoying it. It's like Emmy nominations. When I hear it next year, I better see Robert Newman's name on that list. If not, I'm letting everybody know right now. Well, there's some other people too that I'm just gonna be, on social media, and I'm just gonna have a riot.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. Oh, wait.
Well, before you switch over to another exciting soap, I wanted to send out a special congratulations to Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez on their nuptials.
Yay.
Yay. Where should we go from now?
Let's do Port Charles. There's so much craziness at
You want to go
Charles.
Port Charles?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, let's go to Port Charles.
All right. We'll hit Port Charles.
Thank you, Nina, for buying half of Metro Court. I am so excited about this storyline.
Yeah, because it's heightened.
Yeah.
It
Because
heightens
it could
a
go
couple
either way.
of things.
Because now that Nina has half of Metro Court, if she really wanted to be vindictive, she could sell it over to Ava. Since they're best friends, anything can happen at this point. She doesn't have to keep Metro Court. She can sell it to somebody else to the highest bidder. I mean, it's literally in her court.
She could. I wonder, what would you do, Candice?
I'm surprised Selena Wu didn't get into this. This would have been interesting, right, Candice?
Now, see, okay, again, if I was the writer of General Hospital, the other person I would sell it to would be Carly's worst nightmare. And I bet y'all don't know who that is. I give you a clip. No. Oh my God, they got Rick Lanson to come back. You do realize if Rick Hurst came back to General Hospital, I'll be screaming.
The only one I can think of is the worst. The ones you're saying that Carly's enemies would have to be for me would be like anyone between Brenda Barrett or Robin Scorpio.
No, you just said it,
yes.
Brenda.
Yes, Brenda. Yes, I would love for Brenda to own Metro Court. That would make my day. That would make my day.
That would be like a mystery buyer. Would be like, you know, and we the audience finds out. We the audience finds out that Brenda was the one who bought it, unknowing to Nina that about Carly and Brenda's history, and then have it where, like, you know, when, you know, Carly is like, you know, whenever she gets it back, she's like, well, who's the other owner and stuff, and then all of a sudden you see Brenda come in, and it's like, ah!
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
Or she could, or I'm surprised she wasn't, she could be the loaning company that she sold it to, that Carly sold it to, before she tried to buy it back, before Nina bought it back from them.
This is one of these storylines that I enjoy because it could be anybody. I mean, it's Port Charles. This is what's fun about it. Anybody in Port Charles could have a way of getting that crazy hotel. I mean, we're even talking like Lois, Ned's ex-wife. She could have gotten into it. Anybody, because it's Port Charles. Who in their Port Charles has not hated Carly at some point? This is a perfect way to shake things up in that kind of aspect. I think that would have been fun. Isn't Lily? Is Lily still alive? Candice, the one that was married to Sonny? What was her name?
No, she dead.
No.
She dead. She dead.
She dead again? Okay. She was alive.
She blew up.
Left. Is there
Falconeri
left?
Say again?
Connie's dead.
Connie Falconeri, is she alive? Did she leave?
Connie's dead.
Oh my God!
Dead.
I swear they're all dead. Okay. Yeah, that leaves only Brenda.
Olivia and
Brenda
Dante.
and Robin. Brenda and Robin. Yeah.
Robin wouldn't want it.
No.
But Robin wouldn't want it, but she'd give it to Brenda. I can see her doing that.
I can honestly, in all honesty, I can see like the bidder being a solid bidder and whatnot, and a solid buyer, and we find out that it's Brenda.
I would love that. I've got a question for both of y'all. How are we feeling about this Trina court case? What are we feeling about this?
I think it's ridiculous.
I think
it's ridiculous, but I like the fact that it was brought up, that race was brought up in this. And made a very good aspect.
Yeah, it's bringing up a lot of emotions with fans. So yeah, it's getting that storyline that's heated up.
Well, here's the thing, because I think, you know, I didn't understand.
Because Trina was drugged by Esme, and they didn't go back on that. Like they kind of skipped over it, like it was no big deal.
Well, here's the problem that I think everybody has had since even the episode when they went all camping. First and foremost, she was odd man out. 1. 2, this whole trial thing, it's like, okay, Cameron and Joss already forgave her. Like, they even said she didn't do it. Like, you had all the evidence to show that she didn't do it. Why is she having a trial? Like, it made no sense that she has an alibi, even though, Joss, like, was said, like, I ain't going to tell, I'll keep the secret and stuff. And I'm like, Joss, girl, you better snitch. But the thing is that if the victims already said she didn't do it, evidence is showing she didn't do it, why is she going on trial? Why are we wasting our tax dollars or our hard tax money on this trial?
Exactly.
So when Portia
the DA
said,
case is consent,
right.
It's
so
not
to
even
me,
solid, so yeah.
Right. So to me, I'm like, as a viewer, I was like, I even know what this is about, and I was like, I wonder if General Hospital is going to do it. I said, because if they don't, they're missing the boat with this. So when Portia, by the way, Brooke Kerr, Emmy nomination.
Excellent.
Emmy nomination. Because when she said it, I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. When Portia said, when Stella and Portia was talking about how they kind of let Trina down and all this stuff, and then when Portia said, maybe I taught her how to see the good in people, how to always be good and everything. And look, here's the thing. A lot of us grew up like that. A lot of us grew up because our parents told us that there's some good people out there, that the justice system is to protect you and stuff like that. Sadly, the reality is that it doesn't protect you, whether it's race or sexual, or anything. So when Portia said that it's going to be an unfair jury because of her skin tone, I was like, what the? I was like, hold up. I know they didn't just, I know she didn't say what I think she just said.
Yeah.
And when I heard it again.
That white awakening moment.
When I heard it again, when I heard it again, it hit me hard because I was like, and this is why the soap opera genre is the soap opera genre, because it goes there. It will go there. And, yeah, I saw all the tweets, people. I saw all the stuff on Twitter and social media. I saw all of it. And I'm sorry, if you felt a certain type of way, good. Because the thing is that it's supposed to have hit you because that's the reality that we're living in right now. However, with that being said, I feel as though with Esme, okay, she's getting to be kind of in the golden sunlight spotlight, as I call it, because, okay, you've done all this stuff. And then you got Spencer, who, okay, you revealed your plan. You kind of revealed yourself to Esme by playing on something that is very touchy for her. And I get it, because you're doing all of this so Trina can be free and everything. But at the same time, Esme wants to know her biological mama. So you're playing with her emotions. This is where I'd be like, you know what, Spencer, you ain't that bright either. Because I wish somebody will tell him. Once upon a time, Spencer, we didn't know if you were really a Cassadine or if you was or Jackson's child. Like but yeah, I was so glad that freaking General Hospital went there. I was like, come on, like this is good.
Mhm.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
Mhm.
I
had some other issues with this trial. There was another issue that I had with this trial.
You do?
A big issue.
You have another issue?
Yeah. Okay. Joss's parents are, her mom is there. Trina's parents are there. Where's Elizabeth?
Right.
Oh, everybody has that problem right now. They're all mad about why Elizabeth isn't in this.
Everybody's got that problem.
I don't get it. I don't get why it's this talented character that's the legacy character for us fans. Why she seems to be always pushed aside with these big storylines that are going on, or to me either. What do you think, Candice? David, what do you feel about this?
Oh, she should be here. Especially here. She's part of it.
I think they played it off.
I really don't understand.
The kids or something, right, Candice?
Say it again.
I think they played it off that she's babysitting the kids or something. That's why she's not at the trial.
8 and 6. 8 and 6. That's what they said. 8 and 6. I was like, okay.
Well, there's a cop out. Yeah, there's a cop out right there.
I just want to see more of Elizabeth. I want to see what more. I don't know if I want DID, but I want something for her that's original.
Yeah, please.
And DID wouldn't be original.
I don't want it. No, we've gone through that so much. I can tease a little bit though that a lot of you fans out there, we're gonna find out soon what it is that he is so interested about Britt and the connection that he has to her dad. That's coming out very soon.
It better not be her brother.
No, I don't think it's that. I think something else.
Do you think he has Huntington's? I might have brought that up.
I might have brought up
earlier.
I thought maybe that could be another reason, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see about that one. But we'll have to wait and see.
Does Britt have it? Because I'm lost. I forgot about that.
Because I haven't played that either.
Secret identity that no one knows who he is yet, but we will find out soon with who he's connected to in town. That's a big surprise coming up soon.
I saw your reveal, Will. I tried to message you about that one.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw you said Will, and I responded, but I guess it didn't go through or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I asked you a question, but you didn't come back for a call. I was surprised at what you said.
I responded, yeah. So how are you feeling about Dex? What do you think about him, Candice?
Say it again.
How are you feeling about this Dex character? I know we're getting a lot of newbies up, and it's kind of like
it's kind of hard to lose. It's like you lost the translation. I mean, he's okay. I mean, he hasn't wowed me yet. So yeah. Cute, but hasn't wowed me.
Were you surprised to find out that he's working for Michael?
Say it again, Will.
Were you surprised he's working for Michael?
You know what? Michael can sit somewhere. That's how I feel. Like, just Michael, sit somewhere. Please stop. Please, you're not Sonny. You don't know how to do this, honey. You just sit down somewhere and just look pretty, and pretend to be smart.
And how are we feeling about Willow's situation?
Well, I mean, we knew that she would have to get sick before to find out.
That came out already, right? About Willow already.
Like her, like it's the white blood cells. It's like her white blood count is low. TJ said it.
High.
Oh yes,
her white count is high.
And she's still pregnant, right, Candice?
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. I'm going to be okay, General Hospital. See, this is where you can either do two things, because I thought about this. Obviously, this is going to be, whatever this is going to, make Carly tell Nina and Willow the truth about their paternity and stuff like that. So when they said it was elevated, I was like, leukemia. It's leukemia.
Yep.
It's like, yep. Like, it has to be cancer. Which can also explain her pregnancy. It might not be a pregnancy. It might be and I forgot the word. Where it makes your hormones, like, it makes your hormones believe, and your body makes you believe that you're pregnant.
Yeah. I was hearing about that.
But they did see a heartbeat. But there is a heartbeat.
Well, okay. Well, there you go, folks. I missed that episode. Oh, well. Oh, boy.
So, yeah, it can be anything.
Yeah, I missed that episode about the heartbeat.
What's your first clue toward it?
The blood cells.
Yeah.
Her passing out. Makeup team, y'all didn't have to do that to that girl, because I literally thought that was a zombie when I saw her passing out in Sunny's arms. I was like, oh, we got Twilight. It's Twilight.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I was like,
what are we feeling about Carly now that she doesn't have the Metro Court? Where do you think they're going to go with her on this? Do you think she's going to go after being ownership of Haunted Star?
No, I wouldn't want that place after Kiki died. Nope. Nope.
No, I'm just saying, what is left?
Where do you think she should go?
Where do you think they're going to go with her on this path?
Here's the thing. I need Carly to sit somewhere for a minute. I need Carly to really sit down and get herself together. Here's the thing. I know people are going to say Candice is hating Carly. I'm not. But this is karma. This is what happens when you sit on your high horse for so long and you get knocked off. The fact is, one, Nina was trying to be a peacemaker and be like, you know what? I know how it feels. Da-da-da-da. Please accept it. Okay, you turned her down. Okay. 2, you turned Sunny down. Okay. Don't cry. Don't cry for him, Argentina. Okay? You turned everybody down, and I get it. Your pride is in the way. I get it. Your ego and stuff like that. But my question is, where's the money that Jason had for you? Where's the money that Jax had for you? I'm pretty sure you did not put everything into this, because if you did, then I need for me to write myself into General Hospital, be the character that comes over there and does like this to Carly. Okay? Because you did not, like what she said, but I read the print. It said 30 days with interest. Each day comes with interest, Carly. So that means if you put all your money into that still tight clad, then I don't know what else to tell you. Could you go back to being a nurse? Maybe. General Hospital, let's go. Carly as a nurse, let's go. No, we're not doing that? Okay. I just need for her to sit down because, see, here's the thing. Everybody can feel sorry for Carly right now. I get it. She lost everything. But she's going to lose probably even more because she's keeping a secret about Nina's kid.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said,
exactly.
Right now, I feel for her, but I don't because it's karma. This is what happens, Carly.
I don't feel bad for Carly.
Everybody was trying to help you. Like even Sunny, which I know Nina did not like. But see, here's the thing about Nina. Nina keeps going after that because she, we said this too, is that she has nothing to give her grandchild. Okay? Yes, he's going to have Quartermain stuff and all of that stuff and all that jazz. But Nina feels as though she is, she can go ahead and give him something for when he grows up. At the same time, Nina, you do understand that Sunny and Carly will always have a connection.
Right.
And that's it. That's all I got. So, like I said, I don't feel sorry for her.
I don't, because she could have taken help anywhere.
Mm-hmm. She shouldn't have been greedy.
She can go, she can go take a seat with Michael.
Yep.
Now, How do y'all feel about Nina being Willow's mom? Do you think that they should have just let it be Sasha and just left it at that, or are you okay with Nina being Willow's mom? Because for me, I prefer her being Sasha's mom, because I just felt the motherly bonding between the both of them and their scenes together is electric.
I don't know. I'm surprised that they took it this way now. I mean, I don't know if the original plan. What do you think? If Michelle was still in the role, you think they would have gone another? They would have handled it differently?
Considering when Michelle Stafford was playing the role, and they were yin-yanging back and forth with Willow and Nell, because we got to the point where we was like, it's twins. It is twins. And they chose to go, because see, here's the thing. You could tell Nina and Willow was connected, because every time that they would see each other, they would bump heads. It was like, okay.
That's right.
So let's go there. Obviously, I would say it was a writer's decision to make Nell Nina's, but I feel as though when they came back from COVID, and I said this repeatedly, they realized that, okay, it's going to probably be Willow. Okay, so now we're here, and I'm just like, okay, can we just hurry up with the reveal, because I want to know where Willow is going. Like, to me, you're trying to create angst for Michael and Willow, at the same time have Carly and Nina. So, yeah. And considering that this is not the first time or the second time that Carly has, kept the paternity away.
Yeah, and it seems like it's a hobby for her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's Carly's MO.
So I'm sort of ambivalent with it being Willow now. But I understand what they're trying to build something from all of this tension. So I was wondering why they couldn't do it before. You could probably get the same amount if they handled it a little differently. I don't know, maybe I think the twin thing is a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Well, I can't do anything about it now, so.
Right.
But that's just how I feel right now about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready to go on over to Los Angeles?
Yep, we can.
I think that's it on Port Charles. I don't know any other storylines that are really.
The burning question is when are we going to? The burning question is when we see Elizabeth, are we going to ever see her parents? Because they're really hyping this up. And August 1st is literally, actually, it would probably be, it would be August 1st. Yep. Mm-hmm. Pretty soon.
August 1st is her anniversary.
It's her 25th anniversary. Yep.
Is there anything centered coming up around her, David?
Not yet. Just that she's on her first. Well, she's back at work. And
too soon.
Too soon. I want something to happen, but like I said, I don't want any DID thing, right? And I want something different for her.
I want her to have the symptoms of DID in the sense that because the thing is when they were talking about her parents, she went into a whole different dimension. She just zoned out. And the thing is that, this is where, just like Beyond Salem had Sierra confront Hope about 2 years, I need, if they ever do it, because now it's starting to be a joke. If Elizabeth ever confronted her parents, I need for them first to give Rebecca Herbst a solo episode so that way it could be dealt with. That, you know, her parents come into town on that Friday. Like, Jake's like, Mom, guess who's here? Hi, Elizabeth. Okay, Friday's episode. Monday, like, okay, there's a continuation. Tuesday, standalone episode of Rebecca Herbst. Let's go through her whole thing where she says, do you know how it felt for me to come here and not be able to talk to you guys? Do you know what it was like when I was raped? Do you know what it was like when I lost Lucky? Do you know how it felt when I had my first child? Do you know how it felt when I lost my first child to Lucky? Do you know how I got married all these times? Like, I want them to go down. I want her to read them. Like, do you know how it feels there when I had to find out that there was another sibling, Hayden? Do you know that Steven is still in jail? Did you ever visit him? Have you talked to Sarah and her kids? Like, have you talked to Graham, who's in Florida? Like, and then Mom. Do you know the only mom that I had was Laura Spencer? Well, Laura Weber Spencer Baldwin. Wait, Laura Weber Baldwin Spencer. Almost cast a Don Collins. There you go. Whew. There you go. I had to do that.
There you are.
I want her to say, look at my boys. I raised them. They know that I love them, even though I'm not in court with one of them right now. But that's okay. Like,
do you think they're revving it up for like a fall storyline, maybe?
I hope they're rubbing something in for her.
Will, do you want me to be completely honest with you?
Sure.
I feel as though General Hospital is trolling all the fans. I feel as though because this is the 25th year of Elizabeth Weber's debut, Rebecca Herbst's debut, this is something that we fans have been asking for the last couple of years. I'm going to just say almost 2 decades of where's her parents. And for anybody to say, well, you know, her parents, Jeff Weber, which is her father, was a character that was already established on General Hospital. Elizabeth Weber was the character that they made up so they can have another Weber on scene. It's like they're just not doing it. It's like it's really becoming a joke in the sense of if you're a new character on General Hospital, like a Curtis or Esme or whatnot, they're going to get a full family before Elizabeth. And look at Curtis.
That's
and
bad.
Look at Esme. We're talking about her mother, right? So the fact that, you know, you go down the line of, okay, she was dropped off. I mean, she lived with Terry. She ran away and everything like that. She stayed with Gramps. She was raped. Where was her parents? Okay. Even if they're in Africa, we can't get a phone call. We can't get a drop-in. You know, you couldn't, you know. The fact that, you know, she got married, she had kids, she became a nurse, you know, stuff like that. She lost her best friend, on her own. You know, all this stuff. She's been through it all. She just lost her husband last year. Where is her and not before that, a year prior, she found out that she had a half-sister because her father cheated on her mother. You mean to tell me that General Hospital, Mark Teschner, you guys can't find somebody to play Jeff Weber? I get it. Richard Dean Anderson doesn't want to do it. I get it. You could have had Robert Newman. Oh, well, you could, you know, and here's the thing. Jeff Weber does not have to be on for a whole 4 years. He just has to be there for, I'm going to give him like 6 to 7 months. Just so they can do a story arc about Elizabeth. And, you can also circulate, you know, Jeff with the people that he used to know, like him running to Monica Quartermain. Like, oh, what are you doing here? Oh, da-da-da. See Bobby. Hey, long time no see. Oh, this is my wife, Carolyn. Hi, how you doing?
Right, just to push the story along. I get
right.
Yeah.
And, like, really how this is such
I don't know why they don't do that. Like, I don't get the big deal. Why can't they just get
and I don't want to say
if
that
that's the case for the roles?
Right. Like, to me, James DePaiva, instead of playing Creepy Doctor, could have played Jeff Weber.
He could have.
No offense to, but Gregory Harrison could have played Jeff Weber.
Yep.
Who else they had on there?
Who would you have cast as Elizabeth's mom?
That's easy. Lisa Pelusa. Mm-hmm.
Really?
From another world. From another world.
And
okay, yeah, I get you. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been cool. Hey, that would have been ratings right there. That could have been ratings right there.
Mhm. If not, I mean, here's the thing: Liz Kiefer, who played Blake on Gone Light, she was on General Hospital. Yes. She played a character named Carolyn. So there you go. It's not that hard. And like I said, if you can't get Richard Dean Anderson, sadly Robert Newman's not available. Go with my second pick, Grant Alexander.
So what do you think the issue is? Do you think it's just budget?
No.
I don't know.
Look, here's the thing. Well, if they can afford Morgan Fairchild, okay, and Ron Moss and them when they came on as player and stuff like that, budget for me for General Hospital is not even a question. It's just a thing, and I'm just going to flat out say it. I don't want to say that they're disrespecting anybody, but it is disrespectful for the character and the fans that we have not seen her parents in over 20, as of August 1st, it will be 25 years. And you mean to tell me there's been plethora of actors. What's called it? What's his name? Scott Holmes as Will Turner, Tom. He could have played. I mean, I remember saying that years ago about him. Lisa Pelusa, still seriously like my number one pick for the mom. Okay, Liz Kiefer is number two. By the way, how Liz? I don't want to see. Half of me don't want to say this, but they're not invested. They're more invested of giving me a Cody than a Jeff Weber.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
And it's no dig to Josh Kelly. Trust me, I get it. The job is a job, honey. I get it. But at the same, like Susan Bates, who just was on with Morgan Fair, she could have played Elizabeth's mom.
Oh yeah. Oh,
who
did I think of? I had someone in mind. Oh, James Reed, who was the first Professor Chase, could be Jeff Weber.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There you go.
Was caught. Yeah. You could have anybody. I mean, you could match anybody.
Bradley Cole, when he came on General Hospital as the governor, it was the governor or mayor, you could have had Bradley Cole play Jeff Weber. Come on now, it's not rocket science here.
Yeah, wasn't he the one who was Kiefer's father?
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, he could do it.
He could have, but they didn't do it.
They didn't do it.
No offense, I love Lane Davis. Let me preface what I'm about to say. I'm glad that they brought him on. I mean, him and Chad Brandon had great chemistry, but when Lane Davis came on, before they told me who he was going to play, I thought he was going to play Elizabeth's father.
Oh, you did?
Uh-huh.
Instead he was Xander's
He was Xander's dad. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. Yeah, I totally got it. I had another alternate for that storyline too, but that was just me.
Oh my God!
There's so many people in this industry who General Hospital could tap for 6, and again, like I said, for 6 to 7 or 8, between 6 and 8 months of a story arc to kind of get us to Elizabeth, like get to the nitty gritty. Let Elizabeth lash out. Let them see that she has been fine on her own. Let them see the grandchildren. Let's just find out what's going on, and then ship them off.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to write either. It's really not that hard to write for.
It's really not hard.
I don't get it.
Depends. How would you want Jeff to come on as? Would you want him to come on as a lowlife?
Not as a lowlife, but somebody who doesn't understand, who's ashamed of, sort of again like how Hope was on Beyond Salem. I can see them trying to justify the reasons why they weren't there for Elizabeth, why they, now here's the thing. General Hospital is going to have to also, because I remember certain things, but they're going to have to justify the fact that, okay, Jeff cheated on Elizabeth's mom with Hayden's mom.
Right.
So to me,
they have to justify.
I need for and again, you have other children. So my question is it just Elizabeth that they haven't really contacted or something like that? But I want Jeff to come in and thinking, that Elizabeth's happy to see him. She's happy to see her parents. They look well, they look well rested and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's
where the hell have you been?
Right. And the fact that you this is the funny thing. You reached out to Terry. You reached out to Terry, and you reached out to Jake. But you can't call me direct.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's you've been in contact with everybody else, but you haven't tried to send me another email. You haven't Zoomed me. You haven't sent me a package. You didn't send me nothing. So yeah, I want Elizabeth to go
nothing.
Balls to the wall.
Yep, put Mom against the wall, or find out why that she was so abandoned. Why get rid of her like that? Mm-hmm. What was the reason for the abandonment? I
remember. I mean, obviously they went because the thing was that they went off to Africa for Doctors Without Border. That's what happened. And Elizabeth was to stay. Sarah was to stay with Graham, and Elizabeth was going to stay with her neighbors. Elizabeth snuck out and came to Port Charles. That's how the story was.
It was.
And that's when Graham. Yeah, that's when Graham had said that she has to call Jeff to let him know that Elizabeth is not in Colorado anymore, that she's down at Port Charles, because Graham was going to send her back to Colorado to stay with her friends and everything. So the fact that Elizabeth technically wasn't even wanted by neither Graham or her parents, that says something. But at least with Graham, as months and weeks and years went by, Graham told Elizabeth, she decided, she's like, I didn't know if I could handle you. She said, but I'm glad of the young woman you become.
Yeah.
Dad, I miss you, Rachel Ames. I hope you're enjoying your retirement in Florida, honey. She's still with us, folks, but I miss her on television. That would be kind of cool if they can get her for the 60th for General Hospital next year.
Yeah.
Just like a cameo. I don't need a whole thing. Just need a cameo. Hi.
Just a cameo.
Just a cameo.
We got 10 minutes for B&B.
What's going on over there, David?
Sheila lost her ever-loving mind. That's what happened. Sheila lost her ever-loving mind.
Yep.
She lost her ever-loving mind. Jack came back. He's looking for Lee. But
Jack's looking for Lee.
At the end of the day, Sheila lost her ever-loving mind. Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, Quinn and Carter got together, but...
Has Finn tried to escape yet?
He tried.
He he tried because he realized look, this is like seriously misery. This is misery. Just the father and son, the mother and son situation. He's trying to get out because he realizes Sheila crazy. I don't know if I told y'all that. Yep. Sheila crazy. She crazy. And, like, Finn realizes that, okay, you know, because he wants to know where's Lee at, first and foremost. And two, he just wants to see his son and Steffi. And Sheila's like, well, too bad. You can't because you got to stay here with me because everybody thinks you're dead. And Finn is like, what? And Sheila pulls out the death certificate. And, again, who goes around carrying a death certificate? I'm just asking for the next. Exactly. And Finn is like, they won't believe you. And Sheila's like, people already believe you're dead. And that's what, you know, and so he realizes that he has to get out. So he tried to, like, get out, and then she stuck him with a syringe, and he passed out. But Steffi contacted Ridge. Yeah. Because he took his last breath. Like,
And how are you liking Deacon and Taylor connecting?
I am enjoying that part. I think it's going to get Ridge's vote. But he has nothing to say.
Okay. How can I say this in a way that I won't get people to be mad at me? I can get behind this if Taylor really wants to go forward with it. Because, David, you just brought up somebody that is sort of going to block her from that, and that's Ridge. I've said on the show for a long time, at the end of the day, I'm Team Brooke and I'm Team Taylor because I want the best for these women.
Yeah.
Okay, Brooke, you're Ridge, you live your destiny. You live your destiny. Make sure the bridge is intact. Okay. But Taylor, okay, you need to move on. Your daughter has successfully moved on with Finn. Didn't think it was possible, but she actually moved on. Learn by example. Well, there's some other things Steffi did that she shouldn't have done with Finn, but that's a different story of another day. Anyway, so the question is that, okay, you flirt with this other guy who is cute, but are you doing it just because you want Ridge to give you a stare or give you a word of wisdom or something to the point where you're going to say, oh, if Ridge is so interested in my relationship with Deacon, that means that he likes me still. Girl, don't mess this up. Because we've seen Deacon with other people other than Brooke. I mean, he was married to Nikki, Amber, Victoria, had a flirtation with Phyllis, Quinn. Who else he was? That's all I can think. I mean, Bridget, obviously, but you know what I mean. So we clearly have seen Deacon with somebody other than Brooke. You, on the other hand, Taylor, yeah, okay. Yes, Deacon is one of Brooke's leftovers. Okay, we get it. We understand. There's not a lot of people in Los Angeles. I mean, there is one, but I don't know if they would ever do it because you did shoot him.
No
but anyway,
one.
The thing is that you can't block your blessings, honey. Like, you and Deacon both have something in common. You both are alone. You're lonely. Point blank, period. But if you're gonna let Ridge be, if you're gonna just let Ridge dictate your whole life, because again, your daughter was able to break the cycle for a little bit. You need to really break the cycle, because if you don't, then I don't know what to tell you, girl.
Don't let Ridge dictate what you're going to do.
Right.
I was expecting more from Taylor I expected her to be, stronger than that if she's going to have to rely on Ridge to make a decision. I was really disappointed on that part.
Well, I mean, she hasn't. I mean, the thing is that right now, her and Deegan are like kind of flirting, like a little bit,
Yeah.
But the thing is that okay, moving forward, you can't allow, if you start to hang out with Deacon, it's going to be a little weird, especially for Hope and whatnot. But also, if Ridge sees you kissing Deacon and Ridge comes over, Taylor, you can't be like, oh, I knew if I did this, I knew that if I did this, Ridge would come to my defense and be like, get away from her, da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, you can't expect, Taylor, right now, you and Ridge are not even a thing. You are a thing because you guys are co-parenting. You guys have 2 kids. One kid is, shirtless and alone right now. And the other one is somewhere trying to get some help. So right now, you can't worry about, Mark, yes or no, if Ridge likes me. You can't do that, Taylor. So
no, be your own.
Yeah, be your own person. Put Taylor first. Put Taylor first, Taylor.
Exactly, I agree. Are we happy that we got quarterback, Quinn and Carter back together?
I think Quinn and Donna are 2 peas in a pod, and neither one should be judging the other.
Bingo! I'm sorry, quarter fans. Y'all going to really not be. Here's the thing. I agree. I feel as though, look, Quinn, you forget you were technically a secret yourself with Eric when you was playing footsies and Stuffy slapped you. Donna, you hold yourself out. Like, seriously. You knew this man was married and you really hold yourself out. At the same time,
we got a minute and a half.
Okay. Both of y'all were wrong. Quinn, be yourself. Get your money. Donna, shame, girl. Shame, girl. Shame. That was it.
Hey, guys, we got to let go.
I had so much fun. Until next time, guys.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Thank you both for coming.
You're welcome.
And we'll
see
you all next time.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Get connected with Take Two Radio on Facebook or Twitter at Take Two Radio. For email updates on future shows, follow at Blog Talk Radio. For previous episodes, upcoming guests, and more, visit TakeTwoRadio.com.